Watching an M. Night Shyamalan movie is always a risk. It could be the next Unbreakable or the next Last Airbender. Hi everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to Tread Talks. You know, I'll always give an M. Night Shyamalan movie a chance. When you manage to write and direct movies like The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and Signs, I'm gonna always want to see if that next movie rises to those same heights. But at the same time, I clearly remember what he and Nickelodeon did with The Last Airbender, and so I know that I'm always watching at my own risk. But going into this, I was intrigued by the premise, about a man with dissociative identity disorder with 23 distinct personalities who kidnaps 3 teenage girls for reasons that will unfold as we watch the movie. And I'll say right up front, the acting is damn good. The premise itself, about a character with 23 different personalities, lends itself well to somebody who's willing to tackle that role and do it well. And James McAvoy nails it. We don't see all 23 personalities, but we see like 9 or 10 of them, and they're all distinct and different, and it's clear that he put a lot of effort and time into planning each one, and we get to benefit from seeing that play out on the screen. Now, aside from him, you have an excellent performance by Anya Taylor-Joy, who plays Casey, one of the 3 girls that was kidnapped. And it's not because she's given great dialogue. That's never been one of M. Night Shyamalan's strong suits. But what she does very well is convey the emotion and the fear of the situation. And I have to admit, I'm a sucker for when actors are able to make their eyes well up with tears in fright as the camera slowly zooms in on their faces. It's amazing, and she does it very well. And I think she's someone to watch as an actress going forward. Now, the other characters do okay, but they're not given a lot to work with. In fact, it really feels like they are components to the script designed to move the plot forward at certain points. And the movie forgets about them, shoves them aside for quite a bit of time until they're needed again. It's not terrible, and they do what they can with what they're given, but you just don't care much about them. So there's some good and some bad in terms of the characters and their development, but really I think the reason people go to see M. Night Shyamalan movies is because of the premise. What's the interesting thing that's going to be revealed? Why does this kid see dead people? Why is this guy unbreakable? What are the things that are making all these crop circles? Why are people just randomly killing themselves? He generally has these interesting hooks that make you want to at least give it a chance and see more. And it's no different here. And one thing I like about how the story unfolds is that you'll have a lot of these little moments where it feels like, oh, that was just a little bit too obvious or contrived to move the plot forward. Sometimes it is, but a lot of times these things end up in dead ends for the characters, and so you get anxious along with them as things aren't panning out the way that they thought it would. And the movie does a great job of building incrementally on the premise of dissociative identity disorder and what can happen with that in a world that's just a little bit beyond what's normal or real. And finally, and don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but the way the movie ends left me with a huge smile on my face, and I left the theater thinking, wow, that was really clever. And if you are familiar with M. Night Shyamalan's previous work, then you might have that same reaction too. But either way, and I hate to use this overused phrase, but this is a return to form for M. Night Shyamalan. It's a movie you should watch, and a movie that should make you optimistic for whatever he does next. Okay, so that was Split. And now you get to decide what movie I review next. And it's not looking like a great weekend, but I'm trying to be optimistic. On the one hand, you have Rings, the 3rd film in the Ring horror franchise. And on the other hand, you have The Space Between Us, the story about a teenage boy who was born on Mars, who travels to Earth for the first time and experiences love and friendship. And doesn't it just sound great? Either way, leave a comment, let me know which one I should review, and that's what I'll watch. And in the meantime, if you like this video and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe and have a great day.